Hello everyone, it's my pleasure to bring you another exciting episode of the Masterpiece Inspirations newsletter, a production of Masterpiece Digital Solution. I am your host Clems. The Masterpiece Inspirations podcast will help you to navigate the challenges of life, by empowering you to bounce back from setbacks without giving up, because you have the unlimited potential to turn your setback into opportunities for a major comeback. This podcast will help you to discover the best version of yourself and recognize your uniqueness so that you can lead a purpose-driven life of impact, fulfillment, and happiness. Today's episode is titled The Art of Personal Metamorphosis, and it is a very interesting topic, so I want you to get a cup of tea and relax, whilst I take on an amazing intellectual, authentic, engaging and inspiring conversation. So, let's get started. Metamorphosis is a biological process by which an organism physically develops, and undergoes various stages of transformation, involving the conspicuous changes in body structure until the organism is fully matured. This brings me to my main point: a caterpillar cannot become a beautiful butterfly without undergoing the process of metamorphosis. Likewise, if your life is controlled by other people's opinions, labels and validation, it will rob you of the opportunity to look outside your comfort zone, frame, and leverage your highest potential so that you can evolve, metamorphose, into the best version of yourself. Hence, the art of personal metamorphosis is the ability to evolve into the best version of yourself by leveraging your unlimited potentials for personal transformation. Therefore, do not allow any limiting beliefs to become your self-identity. You can learn from feedbacks, failures or mistakes, and leverage your unlimited potentials to metamorphose into the best version of yourself. Furthermore, your failures or mistakes are events in your life and they do not define your competence, capability, capacity, and identity. Hence, they cannot limit your potentials without your permission. This is because your self-image will inevitably create your self-identity, influence your self-esteem, and become your self-fulfilling prophecy. Moreover, what matters most in life is that you discover your uniqueness, know thyself, through the process of transformation, personal metamorphosis. And also ensure that you have a clear vision of where you're headed to, despite the challenges and obstacles you will face in your life. All of us have the seed of greatness, unlimited potentials, and success within us, but what we eventually become is only a matter of personal choice. Clems. This brings me to my next point. When you accept any negative label or identity which are based on other people's opinions and validations, you limit the optimization of your unlimited potentials. Therefore, always leverage every opportunity to get out of the limited frame of mind controlled by external factors and give expression to your innate potentials, so that you can identify opportunities to develop your talents and fulfill your life's purpose. This reminded me of my observation few weeks ago at the airport, whilst waiting for my flight. I noticed that a coffee shop is also selling flowers, and it seems that more people are coming to the shop to buy flowers than the coffee. The morale of this story is that the owner of the coffee shop identified opportunity outside of his niche and leveraged it to create value and attract more customers to the shop. Maximization of potentials. Likewise, when you are seduced by your comfort zone, frame, you can hardly see the big picture and the opportunities outside your frame. From the foregoing, it's very important that you should always leverage your God-given talents and unlimited potentials to design a rewarding and purpose-driven life. This would enable you to cushion the effects of any form of disruption, including emerging technologies that can disrupt your industry and comfort zone. Recent examples of such disruptions include the COVID and its disruptive impact globally on business models and personal lives. Furthermore, if your entire life and identity are centered on your position at a job or on climbing the corporate and business ladders, could you imagine how you would react when there is a sudden disruption to your perceived job security? In such circumstances, most people would become hopeless and miserable, because their entire life and identity were defined by their job descriptions. However, whether you're the CEO or the cleaner in an organization, your self-identity is not your job title or qualifications, because no position, executive or non-executive, will last forever. At this point I would like to ask you, if you lose those cherished titles, awards, brand identity, celebrated business or career achievements, would you also lose your self-identity and self-worth? It is important to note that your job is what you were paid to do based on your skill set and experience, but your work is what you were born to do by leveraging your talents and unlimited potentials. And your work is where your potentials find maximum expression. This brings me to my next point. Self-awareness and self-acceptance are the two major keys to self-discovery and transformation, personal metamorphosis. In the words of the renowned philosopher Socrates, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. At this point I would like to ask you, what limiting beliefs have you accepted as your reality? Whatever negative label or identity you have accepted as your reality would eventually become your self-fulfilling prophecy. In the masterpiece inspirational book, Daily Positive Affirmations, the self-talk therapy for overcoming challenges and fear, I provided more insights on how to unlock your unique identity and optimize your unlimited potentials by leveraging the keys of transformation, personal metamorphosis. You can use this link to get a copy today. https://linktree/DaleAffirmations. This brings me to my next point. During the slave trade, most slave owners changed the names of their slaves and even put indelible marks on them to signify that they are the commodity of the slave master. Obviously, by labeling them in this barbaric manner, the slaves were stripped of their original identity, self-esteem, and self-worth. Moreover, the cumulative effects of the transatlantic slave trade, including the loss of self-identity and self-worth, inferiority complex and poverty, are still prevalent in our societies today, even after the abolition of slavery. In the words of late Pan-Africanist Marcus Garvey, we are going to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery because whilst others might free the body, none but ourselves can free the mind. This brings me to my final point. To ensure that you are not constrained within a confined frame of mind, controlled by mental slavery and all forms of self-sabotage. You have to redefine yourself in accordance to your uniqueness, rather than on the basis of other people's opinion and validation, or as a result of self-limiting beliefs and identity crisis. This is because your self-image will inevitably create your self-identity, influence your self-esteem, and become your self-fulfilling destiny. My favorite book says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is because transformation, personal metamorphosis, is achieved by the reprogramming of the mind, through the process of learning, by empowering knowledge, unlearning, self-limiting beliefs, and relearning. In the words of Alvin Toffler, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Therefore, give yourself the permission to evolve, metamorphose, into the best version of yourself by leveraging your highest potentials to unlock and discover your unique identity. Let me remind you again, you're a unique masterpiece created for a purpose, equipped with limitless potentials, seeds of greatness, and designed for a destiny, purpose-driven and impactful life. In conclusion, I want you to remember that nobody can denigrate or devalue you without your permission, because you become the reflection, good or bad, of whatever label you have accepted as your self-identity and self-worth, due to the subconscious programming of your mind. As the book of Proverbs says, for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. End of part 1. This episode was inspired by the masterpiece inspirational book Daily Positive Affirmations, the self-talk therapy for overcoming challenges and fear. If you have not already done so, please download a free copy of the best-selling masterpiece inspirational book, Daily Positive Affirmations, the self-talk therapy for overcoming challenges and fear. Use this link https://linktree.ee/DaleAffirmations. If you have enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share this content and leave your comments below. I want to hear from you. This brings me to part 2 in the series of Masterpiece Inspirations newsletter. I titled this episode, Becoming the Best Version of Yourself. Becoming the best version of yourself demands that you must cultivate purpose-driven daily habits of personal transformation. And that includes leveraging your daily positive affirmations to overcome negative thinking and self-talk, limiting beliefs and all forms of self-sabotage. My favorite book says, Be transformed by renewing your mind. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Lao Tzu. Hence, if you desire a change in any area of your life, you must first change the internal programming that controls those results. In the words of Albert Einstein, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. This brings me to my final point: the human mind is like a garden, and it will produce a harvest of the seed of words planted in it. The use of daily positive affirmations helps you to repeatedly plant the good seed in the garden of your mind to disrupt negative thought patterns, negative self-talk, and self-limiting beliefs. Here is today's affirmation: every challenge and obstacle that come my way will work to my advantage because they all contribute to making me the best version of myself. My mind has been empowered to focus on abundance instead of scarcity because there are infinite global opportunities and demands for my skill set, experience, creative abilities, products, and services. I will not allow fear and procrastination to sabotage my progress, because I have the wisdom to use failure as feedback to turn my setback into opportunities for successful results. I have the wisdom to make smart decisions for myself and create the great future I desire for my life. End of part 2. I would like to invite you to join the Limitless Potentials VIP membership subscription and take advantage of our early bird enrollment offers. As a VIP member, you get exclusive access to our range of bespoke contents, products, and services, with ongoing personal development support tailored to meet your transformational desires, personal and professional. Please use this link to sign up today. https://linktree.ee/limitlesspotentials. Have you subscribed? Please use this link to sign up today for the Masterpiece Inspirations podcast, newsletter, TikTok, and YouTube channel, https://masterpieceinspirations.com, and the Pathway to Happiness newsletter, https://lnkd.in/eskmerby. Until next time, keep using the daily positive affirmations to create your purpose-driven life of happiness and fulfillment.